Right, so last week we noticed that the queen was laying eggs in these chambers up here, which we had previously designated as honey only chambers. So, and these ones down here had no evidence of her laying eggs. So number one is to address that issue of the queen being up here, and the way we could do that is by moving the boxes down to the bottom. And the second thing we want to accomplish today is removing some of the filled honey frames.
See these cells here that are covered with white? That's actually wax, and the inside is honey. It's called capped honey. These cells that are somewhat yellowish or beige-ish are brood, and inside those there are developing bees, and you can see beside, if you don't mind, the small larvae are also developing. There's a lot of larvae this week, isn't there? Mm-hmm. So, okay, so we've seen this frame has brood, so what do we do with it then in terms of... We leave it in the hive. We're going to search for frames that are honey only. That's the requirement.
So let's get this one out. Lift it up. Alright.
So what do we see here? Oh, look at that. All capped honey. That's great. Honey. Shaking is the usual practice for that type of a mass evacuation.
Feather some of these guys off?
Yeah.
Good. This will be nice and light. Oh yeah. It's all capped honey. Alright.
What's the story with this one?
It's all honey.
All honey. Great.
Good.
Would you mind just showing us one of these empty frames before you put it in?
Yep.
So what is this?
It's a sheet of wax that's fabricated to have the exact width of the honeycombs that we want them to build comb on. Because if it was to their natural devices, they would make them bigger at certain times, which would create combs for the queen to lay drone eggs into. But these are the size that she would lay worker bees into.
What have we got on this frame?
We have some pollen on this frame. Okay. So some of these cells that aren't shiny that have a whitish substance inside them.
Right here, for example.
Yeah.
That where it's sort of yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, and what else do we see on this frame?
And we have a lot of nectar, and
nectar being the shiny material?
Yeah, what they gather from the flowers. You've got to be careful here. Just go feather it down because they're jammed up in there. So we've extracted some full honey frames because this is the time to do it, and we've moved the boxes that were full of brood to the bottom. We finally did it. Operation success.